one is too many.
Harris County Justice of the Peace Wanda Adams says over the last 2 months, she's seen far too many domestic violence victims standing in her courtroom, facing eviction, or accused of breaking their leases after running away from their abusers.
She told me she was moving from apartment and trying to find places to live because she was fleeing from her accuser.
Judge Adams says many of these women have no clue about the resources available to them. And by the time they reach her courtroom, it's too late.
So we're here to change the locks and ask you to leave.
I can't, hold off the case because the Texas Property Code says that the landlord has the right to their property if there's been a breach of the contract.
The place of dwelling where they are living, it is the most dangerous place. It's often where most crimes of domestic violence happened.
And because of that, there are laws in place that allow victims to break their leases without penalty. Jacklyn Guerra is the manager of legal services with the Houston Area Women's Center.
There is a Texas code that protects victims/survivors. There is such thing as breaking your lease and being able to walk away without that stressor of, how is this going to affect my credit score? Is it going to be in my credit report?
All a victim needs to legally break their lease is either a protection order, a police report, or a letter from a domestic violence center. There's also rental assistance available for people fleeing these abusive relationships.
A lot of our community is not aware of these rights.
Guerra says it's not only important to make sure victims of domestic violence know their rights, but it's also critical that landlords understand them as well.
I provide this letter very often, and I would say that 4 out of 5, I end up calling the landlord or the apartment complexes myself and educating about the law, like literally saying, let me take you to the Texas Property Code. Let me give you the number, read through it.
Judge Adams says her hope is that more domestic violence victims become educated about their rights and the services available to them, which would prevent them from standing in her courtroom altogether.
And we just don't want any of our victims, male or female, to feel that there is no hope out there and that the justice of the peace is that we don't care, we do care.
In Houston, I'm Gabby Hart, Fox 26 News.
Good information there from Gabby. It's 4:18 now. I got to tell you.